what we had us do, we had to make our own little color cards. We all have to paint them. Of course, go to the art store and not getting this professional.
Got to. No, not at all.
But here we are spending all this money and then we make stupid like color swatches.
Right.
But then we have to have one of our friends blindfold us.
Okay.
Put the swatches in front of us. All over it.
Okay.
Actually, color the color it was that we had.
Oh, right.
Because you can feel it.
Oh, right on.
Based off the different-
Of temperature. That's really cool. So for anybody that we're recording, and if you didn't hear, that there's she had to be blindfolded, and these color swatches, professional grade, because I don't know if you would have felt the energy from anything less. Professional grade color swatches, and you had to put your hand over it, and you were blindfolded, so you had to say what color it was, but each color actually emits its own energy and its own like temperature. And yes, but that was a whole thing. And it was
Because of your story, I'm really starting to get angry and feel like I got cheated out of a decent art education. I didn't get any of that.
it's like, what?
I would get learned how to like probably stretch the canvas. It was like 3 minutes at the beginning of the first week.
Oh no.
And then if you got questions, talk to me during my hours.
Oh,
See,
man.
that's one of the okay. Side note, I did not go to college or art school or anything like that. I got a lot of scholarships and stuff like that for all the art schools that are in Massachusetts. But the reason why I didn't was because I was afraid that it would be just like high school art class, like 0.5. Like what I was looking for was like how to stretch a canvas, how to make your own colored pigments from the ground and like stuff like that. Like I wanted to learn the deep rooted parts of art. And I was scared that if I went to art school, they'd be like, yeah, this is kind of colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
So here was my stretching the canvas lesson, like, stretch your bars, your, teeth.
Yeah.
You staple it together, stretch it over, maybe you have fires, whatever, staple the damn thing on.
Mhm.
It's on the back, not the side.
Right.
And then just sort of gesso it, like, if you want to see it again, but like, whatever, it's slap on some more, like, it was just like, what? Like,
Yeah.
now, and it's just like, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
One of the guys I used to work with at the assembly plant that I was in college, he went to Union County.
Uh-huh.
So we went to a county.
Mhm.
And learned.
They went over 3 classes on how to properly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
It's a different pace,
Yeah.
that's one of the
Yes.
coolest things about like today's day and age is because you can learn a lot of that stuff. Like if you want to after, I have this gigantic book that I bought that is I think the title is something like Everything You Need to Know About Art or something like that. And when I saw that at Barnes and Noble, I was like, is it though? Like, is it really? So I picked it up because that's what the author wants you to do, is to be like, is it really, this is everything? And I flipped through it and it teaches you how to make your own gesso, teaches you how to make your own turpentine, your own pigments straight from raw pigments using egg tempera. It teaches you all about every single source of medium and where it comes from and how to go find it outside.
Tell you how to make brushes too?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
It does teach you how to make
Have
brushes.
you ever tried that though?
It's a pain in the a-hole.
Yeah,
Just buy a brush.
save yourself the aggravation. Trust me.
Girls that had, was at another school and then transferred in.
Yeah.
That was like what she was experiencing in her first school.
Yeah. Really hands-on activities with art. Yeah. So it does base on like your professor and who's teaching at that school, what they're teaching, all that fun stuff. It definitely has to go about that. What's your name, by the way?
Yeah.
Actually,
Caroline?
Testing.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Can you
Yes.
hear me on the mic out there?
Yes.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, God.
Everybody else can start to hear you now.
We
Now
have
you're really
sound.
on the spot.
Dun dun dun. Here it comes.
Now you have to introduce yourself like you're in
Yup.
college, first day freshman year. What's your name, sweetheart? It's very nice to
Awesome.
meet you, Caroline Evans. Where are you from? New Jersey. Wonderful.
Right across the river.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We
I
got
love it.
Philadelphia,
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah, she got it.
Heck yeah.
I love how like if you were slower, it would have been fine because I could catch you in between. No, but I think you had some great
College.
things to add about art school. I wanted to say that I went to an art high school before I went to art college, and I really resented the regurgitation of a lot of things that I experienced in high school, and I thought that art college was going to be more of how to make money. Maybe the first year
Oh.
would be like, let's go over what kind of art fundamentals, but I assume that like by these extensive portfolio reviews and stuff that we would be past like, our style or making art, that they would have us be more streamlined into different categories of like they projected on the things like illustration, sculpture, that they would start teaching you how to be a professional within those fields, not so much about what those foundational things were. And I'm a dropout because of that, because I got my third year in and we still weren't talking about how do I market this?
Yeah.
How- right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how I found it was working for, I think it was like 4 or 5 years for Starbucks, and getting really, really, really keen. Like anything I do, I try to have a good attitude and thinking that it's going to benefit me somewhere else. So I was like the freaking coffee master. I was like, I read Howard Schultz's novel about like how he started Starbucks, and that's where I learned my branding and marketing and all of that stuff. And their HR, they have like a thick book that they enter you in with, like how they break down the company and things like that. And I was like, okay, freaking sirens on everything. It all looks the same. Everything looks branded. And that's kind of how I started thinking about personal story and what your brand is. And then trying, it's been progressional. I still don't even know what my brand is, but formulating those things is what really started getting me in the whole, like market brand, what is the message? What are you trying to put out there? Like Haley was up here, she likes marginalized groups. She likes people who, need opportunity, or that at the very least, those are the people that she perceives needs more opportunity. And that's how she's going to give what she has. And I value that. I think that's all what we have to like find in this world is, what is our care? What is our responsibility? What are the things we want to be responsible for? And then make our art work for us there. I had a teacher that always said, never put your art on something that you weren't like karmically or moralistically bound to. He was like, don't do that, because it's very divine. Like, and the impact of those things is, it's palpable to your community, to, people who see your art, they automatically attach you to that image, to that thing, and that will plague you forever. And you should just always put your art on something that you can hold your head up high about. So that was something that I was sad, because I got that knowledge in high school. I didn't get that knowledge in college.
So
I got a lot of
essentially you were
pushback.
like 4 steps more advanced than I still am today.
Yeah, but
in
I'm
high school.
pig-headed, so
That's-
I make everything harder. Like, so I just
Oh,
argue with
yeah,
people.
That's fair. Feedback.
There's one time on my football, like Memorial Day or whatever, they have very baby.
Right?
So I went and I bought like, the starter kit, because I wanted the book,
Right.
so
Oh, that's awesome.
how did Mary Kate do what she did?
Right. Dude. Oh, I love that. I love that as a lead-in. And multi-level marketing of any kind is really great for that, because they do teach that kind of entrepreneurship and like what is signature to you. Because I do think that within our craft as tattoo artists, that's kind of it. People always think they have to be able to tattoo everything, or I think in the beginning, it's important for you to get your hands in a lot of stuff. But I do think that it's important for people to kind of figure out what they really love and signature there. And I truly believe that we shouldn't try to be the Walmart of like tattooing, like we get to feed our friends when we find a signature kind of thing. It takes a while, but when we can define what we really love to do and kind of buckle down and do it, That's the thing that our clients keep coming back for. And then, I maintain it's like 35% you, and then 65% the art. And you is that's like a third of the whole dynamic. So don't negate it, because that's a pass or fail. I mean, it's like a low C, I guess.
Well,
It's like a pass or fail grade.
I think there's a little bit more to it though, as far as like return clientele and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I would argue, or it could be argued, that there's very easily 30% you, right?
Right.
And then I would say that it's probably another 20 to 30% of their experience,
Yes.
right?
But I think that's me and the art. I think
Okay,
those are a
so if you're
combo.
putting that in
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
together,
yeah.
then that's
Yeah.
all right. All right, I can
Because
see
my
that.
experience, like I get woo woo as hell, guys. Like I'm diffusing like stuff for our immune systems in the background. I like involve friends of mine who sell oils, and like I bring a lot of things that I care about into the experience, for them. So that I see as signature to me, in the atmosphere. But yeah.
I just like to give them an iPad so they can watch movies.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jason's very good at keeping his clients occupied while getting tattooed. And I agree with that if you keep them distracted on something else, more than likely they'll sit nicer and longer. And especially if you're doing bigger pieces, like I know Jason does a lot, then, that you want them to sit for that one day and then want to come back, even if it's in a rougher area. They're like, I'll still come back because all I did was chill all day. I didn't sit there and think about how much this sucks and feels like Spitfire every minute that passed this 6-hour journey that I'm taking.
I mean, grinding salt into their fresh tattoo
Yeah.
didn't really help, but,
Well, you
that
all
was
know
a joke,
that
by the way. Don't do that.
Don't do
hurts.
that,
That's,
please.
that's not a very fun.
don't
thing to do.
smack them. I've seen that. Oh my God. I freaked out.
Well, you have
Like,
to set the ink.
no.
That's how you said
It was
that.
so horrific. It was so brutal. I was
Did-
like, oh my God.
Did anybody else have questions, by the way?
Yes, please.
She did. You did great raising your hand. by the
Yes,
way.
thank you.
Fantastic. Does anybody else
Appreciate
have
that.
any
Appreciate it.
questions before we continue on with our discussion?
Topics
here?
of discussion.
Topics of
advice,
things.
Anything.
Is raining outside.
I like cake.
I like cake.
Yeah.
I'm a gift to gabber person. I talk to my clients, and I feel like when you can get them out of what they're experiencing, and especially if you can involve them on a topic that they might be very passionate about, it's a no holds bar because it's a private studio. So like, I feel like there's kind of
Yeah.
like a confidentiality kind of thing
For sure.
with them.
It definitely is like a person by person basis. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, who has ever had those clients that come in and are just dead silent the entire time?
Oh, I've
And
had
then you
them.
get up and you're like, hey man, check it out. What do you think about it? And they just look in the mirror, dead straight face. And they're like, yeah, and then you just want to die. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just go cry in my pillow.
I have had the ones that are like, Amy, I know you love to talk, but Rebecca, did you have your?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I-
She was scratching the back of her head. She
Rebecca.
second guessed it. You called her out way too
sorry,
fast.
my bad. I thought I saw a hand. I was
See,
like,
look what happens. You go to scratch an itch. She gets excited, thinks someone else has a question.
Whew. I know. Well, I have
It's a
had the
slippery
ones
slope.
that are they just need to wall in. Like they'll put in their headphones, and I'm like, I get that, because when I start getting to hate your face mode in tattooing, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't talk to you.
That is a
So-
real thing for people
Yeah.
who don't have tattoos. There is a phase where you start to want to hurt the person.
Yes. Yes. That's what I call it. Hate your face
Real
mode.
anger and stews inside.
I don't want to do it. Like, I just want to like grab their face and mush it away.
Mush it,
And
yeah.
Mush it away. Like just.
Especially when they're doing like
'Cause they're
top
too
or shoulder
close.
or like chest area.
See, I don't know. Maybe
Breathing
I'm weird, but
space.
like for me, that's like, I like to get inside my own mind and just like
Well-
put myself somewhere else. And it gives me a chance to like deal with some subconscious things going on, so
Oh,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's not necessarily like, it's not really painful, but I prefer to wall myself off. Like
Yeah.
I go
There
into
are- yeah.
meditation mode and
There are clients that are
zone
like
out
that.
and Life is great.
Yeah,
And I'll sit
I-
for 6 hours on my ribs.
If it's a piece that I'm like lining, usually when I'm lining stuff, I'm the same way. My brother does the same thing. Like if lining is happening, no words are coming out of my face. Like not even a single. I'm like in the minute, in the zone, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I need to pay attention.
Wait
Really.
until you tattoo me.
What?
I'm going to get you to talk every minute just because.
No.
For anyone, if anyone likes doing black and gray work, I can't imagine this as a color tattoo artist. But my boss and one of our girls that did predominantly like Japanese inspired ink wash kind of
You
tattoos.
have my attention.
Yeah, they would turn off all the lights except for a spotlight on where they were tattooing. And so the whole room was dark.
Yep.
And then they would put on something silent that was like, meditation kind of music.
I like that right there.
And
You
they
get
would
into a
just,
rhythm.
yes. And they would let their clients kind of wall in. I told them, I was like, I would love to do that, but I need like my for not fluorescent, like what do they call it? LEDs. Like I need like those big, like
Yeah.
brightest of bright lights for my color and for my work. But if you do black and gray, I feel like if you hit that phase in the tattoo and people really enjoy that, that can be a nice thing. Plus the girl that did the Japanese work, she conveniently we had a dope waterfall in our last tattoo shop, like a cool
What?
fountain
With
waterfall
some
thing.
koi fish in it or something.
So she was like hitting it from both ends, man. Like she she had everything. It was like feng shui, like all get out. And then she has this beautiful
Someone's
little
going
Asian
to come
girl.
around and serve you grapes while you're getting tattooed.
Feed them to
You
Yes.
you.
have your
and
own
they're-
personal fan
Oh, I'm
person.
telling you.
with the
like-
big monstera leaf, like just.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Seems like we've got a Zoomer.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
Ricardo, you want to unmute yourself?
Oh my.
Oh, is that
Do you
Cardo?
have any questions for the panelists?
Hi, Cardo.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going?
Uh,
Why aren't you
I
here
miss
yet?
you.
I'm en route.
Woo!
We're on our way.
Good headphones on.
Yeah, he's got his good
Yeah,
headphones.
magic
Yeah.
headphones.
on.
Actually, you know what's funny is I actually paid extra for these at the airport because the other ones got left behind.
Oh no, that's awesome.
So we're good. Yeah, we're good. So we had to have the right headphones this weekend for sure, man. So yeah, I'm excited to be landed. I'm excited to have landed already, and the flight went really well. And I'm so stoked to finally get there.
Hey man, you see a lot of trees?
Yeah, it's actually, there's quite a bit of these cauliflower and broccoli things. What do you guys call them? Trees again?
It's not broccoli, Ricardo. Please do not try to eat them.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't
They were not taste very good.
they spice.
Probably not.
So, Ricardo, we are beaming out on the stage. Do you have any I don't know, questions, comments, or
Yeah.
No,
you got
No,
what do
I
you
don't think
got
so.
for this weekend or this week's start? Excuse me.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What are you anticipating for the week's start? This is a week start, the Sunday to Wednesday. That's what I'm calling it.
A whole lot of creativity. Being inspired by a lot of really great artists and a lot of really great minds this weekend. It's going to be great to have everybody together that we've all met online this year, and I can't wait to just be in this creative environment. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to being open as possible and just soaking up as much as I can. So
Yes.
I see
love it.
everybody doodling away up there. I'm not sure what's going on. I just jumped on. So and
Go ahead.
I'm just doing Inktober. So I'm behind. I'm already
Okay.
behind. I talk about being vulnerable, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing number 2, which was yesterday, which is a suit. So I have this cute little book from Italy that is handmade. And coincidentally, I figured since it's Inktober, it should be something October spooky, right? So I'm doing a plague doctor.
How fitting.
oh, nice, awesome.
How
I'm
fitting.
almost done it. So then I got to roll into day's work, which is a vessel. So if anybody wants to follow along with Inktober,
I may have to tag along on that journey.
I'm telling
Is there
you.
any room aboard?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Come on board. Hashtag it. You'll get some attention online too, because it's a big thing. They all a lot of different kind of artists do it.
October, is that like where we all go out and get tattooed?
I want to. I wish that was what it was.
I
We can
That's
make
what I
it
thought
that.
Inktober was about, was just going and getting tattoos.
We should claim that as a tattoo crowd for sure.
So when we were locked down, did you guys buy green soap candles or is that just me?
Oh,
I can neither confirm nor deny anything.
I mostly just took baths in gallons of it.
You can't smell it anymore? Oh,
Yeah, no.
wow.
I brought some home just so I could wash my hands with it. Like,
Yeah, our good friend,
I was like, I miss this.
Can't smell it. Yeah,
This is
that's
so funny.
that's one of the things that I did with it. You know, when I couldn't smell in the shop anymore, I was like, you know what, I need to smell tattoos. This needs to happen. And then like sometimes I would just play tattoo shop sounds, like just machines buzzing, just to be like,
Just plug them in and run them. Oh, there
That
it
makes
is.
there it
my heart
is.
so happy.
Just like put it right next to my bedside and just like
You should just
Aw.
record the sound and set it as your alarm when you wake up every morning.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean,
man.
ain't my casket gonna be the heaviest thing with all my machines in there? No.
That's awesome. I
They're
love
going to
that.
the grave with me.
That is really cool.
Yeah, did you guys hear about that that thing that people have been doing where after you die, your loved ones have the opportunity to preserve your tattoos? I just leave them on my body, please.
See, I'm taking the exact opposite approach. I've actually already started talking to one of the curators of the Muter Museum in Philadelphia.
Oh.
I'm actually going to go through and there's a
Donate.
whole bunch of steps I have to do. But I'm going to will them my whole tattooed skin.
That's awesome.
So I want them to do a full, I don't know if I'm ever going to get tattooed up to my jaw, but maybe I will, who knows? But I essentially want them to fillet from my jawline around, down, all the way down to my fingers, all the way down to my toes. And then if at all possible, have some kind of almost like a foam body mold made so that they can wrap it back over top of it. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, no face, no head. Styrofoam head. No, just get one of those like hair models.
I
Oh, you know what you
honestly,
could do?
Yes, I do want to get taxidermied, by the way, for all those
Please,
people.
God, no.
Contact Pound of Flesh. Have him do a
make
Pound of Flesh
Jason
head.
into a pound of flesh.
Do you know how expensive
Yo.
that would be? I wouldn't buy that.
That would be cool.
The
Huh?
cutie, yeah. I saw those at the Philadelphia convention, the
Jesse
little
Smith
tiny
has
dolls that they have for the pound of flesh. Yeah, they were selling those at Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the way that this all got started was a few years ago at the Muter Museum. They actually had a number of different people come in and give talks, and they still do. They have a whole list of seminars, and they had Miss Ann Jemmy come in and, which by the way, if you like forensic stuff and gross stuff, you have to follow Miss Ann Jemmy on Instagram. It's awesome. She posts like mystery diagnoses, right? She's got a whole website and everything like that. Oh yeah, it's like the most fascinating medical stuff you can ever imagine. But she showed up to give a part of this talk, as well as Dr. Gemma Angel from, I believe it's the UK, showed up to give a talk on tattoos and tattooing. And they actually exhibited several of their individual collections of tattooed human skins. So I saw that and got inspired and said, okay, well, what if they actually had someone that had like a full body suit that they could exhibit to show how different pigments would react over time, how different artists' techniques could look over time? You know, wouldn't that be a valuable asset? You know, so
Yeah.
now I'm actually creating, not that I plan on passing away anytime soon, knock on wood. But I'm going to give every artist
museum on
credit
Instagram?
for who works on me and what piece. And
His Instagram?
Miss Ann Jemmy,
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Angemi.
Can a tattooer spell?
No, we cannot. Well, I
Product
can.
of the public
can't
school
speak for all.
systems of Pennsylvania. Of course
How
I
many
can't speak.
tattooers does it take to spell this word?
A lot. And spell check.
I'm gonna let you guys steal this if you would like.
Angemi.
When I die, I want to be made into pencils. Apparently, you can make 240 pencils out of the average human body, and
That doesn't seem like a lot of pencils. I'm sorry.
They compress your ashes into graphite. And so I want inscribed on each pencil, use a moments of inspiration. And I want everybody to get a pencil and a pencil sharpener at my funeral. Now, you got to get there early because I plan on having a sold out funeral.
Can you
So,
have
like,
a soul?
You're gonna have to buy tickets to go to your funeral?
you get you get a
Wow.
party favor of me.
Answer
Has
this.
anyone seen the movie How High? Because that's what I want done with my ashes.
Oh my
Amy,
gosh.
is it gonna be an open bar?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
then.
pre-gaming in
People
the
better
parking
be
lot, by the
turning
way.
it up because
Come and find me.
yeah, I want people to be rejoicing. I will hopefully have done all my work by then and be very happy and at peace.
At peace.
Yes. At the very least, I want people to come to that, you know, just already preset that she was at peace. It's fine. It's all over. It's good. Get turned. Draw something. Use a moments of inspiration. You know,
I would be scared
make
of
marks.
snapping it in half by accident or something of that sort. You know what? I'm just gonna put mine in a case. Can I do that?
You can put it in a case.
All
you can
right,
do whatever you
cool.
want with it.
Because I will feel.
But it's like
horrible.
toys, right? Like everybody, you know, does collectors and stuff. So, you know, you either have the memories, you know, that you make with the toy and then it gets abused and it's like the Velveteen Rabbit and then it like, you know, dies and, you know, everybody says it's sad, but then, you have, but it's like toys, right? Like everybody, you know, does collectors and stuff. So, you know, you either have the memories, you know, that you make with the toy and then it gets abused and it's like the Velveteen
She just
Rabbit
said that.
and then
Oh,
it, like,
I
you know,
just
dies.
said
and-
that.
I just said that. Everybody says it's sad, but then, you have,
was
but it's like toys, right?
It's God.
Woo! It's God.
I thought those shrooms were kicking in.
I'm telling you. God.
Whoopsie.
We are
No,
in the
man.
mountains and anything can happen.
I don't know, and I can't
Is this
spell,
really
so I
going
definitely
on?
could play God.
Jason's just like, it's a packed room, right?
Booming.
Yeah.
But no, you can do whatever you want with it. I want people have said, well, what if a kid gets a hold of it? I was like, all the better, man. Like I love encountering my niece because she's 6 and all my other niece and nephews, they are very hesitant about getting dirty and getting into art. Like they're so scared they're not going to make something cool. And my 6-year-old niece thinks everything that she makes is amazing. And, and she's like, look, will you hang this up? And I'm like, yes, I will. And I want that continually. And because that kind of energy, I think is the thing that all of us maintain our whole lives is just this thing.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Oh my God. Oh, I
Mm.
love that story. That's
Mm.
fantastic. So I don't know, could everybody hear that? Her aunt kept a picture that her and her sister had drawn of them walking together and said, keep everything alive like a child. That's awesome. I love that.
That's
That's
so
really cool.
beautiful.
I know, like, because
I don't have anything like that. I don't know. I feel really left out right now.
we're making memories right now, Jason.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
This is
got
the
nothing.
memory.
This is it. This is it. This is it. We're doing it.
That was on my bucket list.
It can be now.
I
You
was
didn't
unaware of
know it
that.
was on your bucket list until right now. How
That's
about
right.
that?
I never got the memo.
I never got to
So many memos you miss.
I do, and I don't know what happens to them.
I was just saying, like, I love that childlike wonder. And another great that I had watched a seminar of, it was actually in hair when I was a hairstylist, Wayne Clayball. Rebecca knows, he actually visited the school that we went to together, Paul Mitchell School. And he was like, really stick to your mentors, like the good ones. And the best ones can be found in the oddest of places. Kids are great mentors for that. They inspire a
Mhm.
lot. And that really stuck with me because they always have that confidence in themselves that's just unshakable. They're not riddled with all the can'ts of the world.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important thing is, have approach your neuroses very, very incrementally, because if you go too far before you get started, you can dash your dreams before you get started. But if you approach it very incrementally, you might find an amazing sense of self and self-worth. I mean, we all know we're all daring in this room. Like we're all doing it.
I don't
Like,
know. I
Daring?
always wanted to be a
Yeah.
s'more, like just a giant s'more. Like that was my life's goal. And I just don't ever think that's going to happen.
You want to be a s'more, Jason?
you want to be
S'more of
roasted on a
what?
fire
A
and
delicious,
eaten?
like melted chocolate and marshmallow graham cracker sandwich. I just wanted to be
I mean, the
one.
taxidermies
what,
along
Jason?
the way.
S'more what?
A big s'more.
Yeah,
Well,
but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Looks
I
like
think you
we
should
have
explore.
another caller.
Woo!
What's happening?
Woo!
Is that who I think it is?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, homie?
Oh, you know it, chilling.
You
No,
didn't join us this year, man. Hopefully you can get up here next year.
Yeah, I've had too much going on this month.
Yeah, that happens, bud. It happens.
who are we talking to? I don't know the voice. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Aaron, but most folks just call me AA, Atomic Trouble, something.
I'm definitely going to
I
call you
always call
Atomic
him-
Trouble.
I always call him Atomic because that's what name pops up on Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
but-
That's awesome. Welcome. I'm sorry I'm not hip. I've never been cool.
She don't got the lingo.
I've never been cool. So the Cool Kids Club has always eluded me.
I'm
I
pretty
didn't
sure
know
no
that
one
there
in the
was
room
a
here is
club.
cool.
At least you got the
I've never been
invite.
in it, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I've seen.
Maybe you don't know you're in it because you're running it.
No,
Right,
that
right.
could possibly be it. Possibly.
That sounds a lot more logical.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You don't focus on the cool, man. You just do what you love.
You
That's
just-
all.
Be the cool.
Now, where's
This
our
is the
caller
way.
coming in from?
Georgia.
Georgia. I detected an accent. It's beautiful.
It's
It is.
you don't say that about my accent.
It's mass.
Well, I mean,
mass.
there's a reason why. There's a reason why.
I don't really have a strong one that I can ferret out though.
I don't think anybody really notices their accent. I mean, because of this guy right here is the only reason why I notice it now was because every time I say anything with an AH, it gets mocked
Drawn.
immediately.
Forty-eight.
Listen, it couple shots in me and it really pops out like I'm
Really?
straight from there.
Oh my God. It was
She keeps
great.
saying this,
It
by
was
the way,
awesome.
guys.
I
Buy Kira a
warned,
drink.
I warned Jason very much at Gettysburg that if I had too many drinks, that I was going to have a very thick Boston accent.
Oh, she was not wrong.
I was not, no, it comes out like
Oh.
it naturally too. Like I try to hide it now. Like I really have to pronounce certain words like slowly because I really want to say the R's. I don't, not want to say them. But I'm not from like the Boston area. I'm like an hour from here, but
There it is.
don't stop. I'm probably like 2.5 hours to Boston, but in Massachusetts, there's actually several forms of the accent. There's like the Worcester Boston accent, and that's the closest to what I have. And then the
Worcester.
Boston accent.
Yeah, my grandmother being from Brockton, it's full blown. Is get it out of the car. Just
Yeah.
every time.
But honestly, Atomic, I don't think you could not hear your accent. So it's okay, buddy.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah, for sure.
like that draw.
That draw is pretty cool though.
It
I
is the
wish I had
coolest
that draw.
accent, really.
And like I was born in Texas, but obviously that was many, many moons ago. And I don't have that kind of an accent, but I almost wish I did. Just so that I could say I had an accent. But then again, it's also regional, right? Because we could travel to Australia or Ireland or Europe.
Yeah.
And the second we open our mouths and say anything, immediately people
Mhm.
know that we're from the US.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
Absolutely.
I'm just loud, so they know right away. They're just-
I have to be loud because
Oh,
like
she
if
from
I'm in a
Baltimore.
bar, no one can see me. So I have to project my voice.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that
Well, that's the
Aw.
excuse I use.
That's
I mean, could be any number of things, but
it's a reason, not an excuse.
Bars
you
are hard
know?
for everyone, man. They always have that music way too loud. I'm like, this is you guys are trying to do this so that people can't actually meet. You just want people to get too turned and go home and make bad decisions. I know.
is
Right.
that,
Remember
that's
that bar we
is that
went
a thing?
It is for me. What was that?
Remember that bar that we went to, Amy, with Gabe, when you came out to visit me in the first time? And I said that, like, you only can have one drink at this bar because they make their drinks heavy.
What did you say, girl? Yes.
She said strip clubs are the same way. Yeah.
Like, I can't network here.
After parties at a strip club, I've never been to one after a convention. I've never been to a strip club after I know you missed your
I
opportunity.
tried. So at the Philly show this year, I was going to take her out and I'm like, no, this is unacceptable. We need to go out. Right. It's the after party night. We have to go. And she's like, no, I'm just tired.
By the way, I'm 23 years old. So
And I was out until like 1:30 and I was like, all right.
Here, I've
I went
never
out,
made
I had a
one.
few drinks. It's time to go
I've
home. I
never
still got to
made
wake
one.
up and work.
They always have them when you've done like 12 hours of intense, the most intense kind of work either, just because you have people coming up to you all day wanting to talk with you and
Yeah.
then you're just spent. And that's how they kind of make them. And that's why I love this event, is because it's actually a place where you can talk to your brethren or sisters.
To bounce off of what you said about strip clubs being, too loud to like actually talk. I don't know if that's why people go there is to talk. So, I mean, does it really matter how loud the music is?
Okay. What's that?
Because
It makes no
somebody
sense
knew
to me.
somebody who was like, yeah, we're doing this.
because it's been a long
Because
day
boobs?
and they want to see some boobs.
That's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
what it
If
is.
they played their
Luckily
cars
here at
right during the
Paradise,
day, they
we
could
get
have
to
seen
just
Bruce
order it up
free. I don't know. I mean, seriously.
So we are just about out of time. Luckily here at Paradise, we have after parties with lots of bright lights, and there will only be
Yes.
an
And no
hour and a half of
strippers.
amazing music. But after that, we all get to show off tattoos and draw and stuff. Anyways, thanks for everybody for doing the Reinventing Drawing Group and for some people beaming in.
Gabe, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anytime.
Thank you to Jason for letting me share the stage with you guys. That was
Hey,
really
no,
dope.
the pleasure was
Yeah.
all mine. Thank you very much.
That was really cool. Of
I'd
you.
love to have you on again someday.
Oh, yay. Yes.
Yes.
There's
the
your open invite.
I know. I gotta get my crap together, man.
There is no cool kids.
Apparently.
There is no.
Let everybody know what the next events are. We've got at 2:30 up here on the stage. We have an interview with Lars Krutak. He's a tattoo anthropologist. He's got a whole mess of books and a wealth of knowledge about all the ancient tattooing and whatnot. 4:00 is a caricature 101 with Nick Mitchell over in Crane East. And to get to the seminar room, you go straight down these stairs here, and there's a room there, Crane East. At 4:00, meeting here at the stage, maybe taking a walk around, will be meeting Fawn Baker of the Tattoo Collecting Podcast, also behind the camera there. 5 to 5:45 is the happy hour with Mark Lescarbo from Needle Jig at the Tavern. And then from 7 to 9 is the Outer Limits virtual museum tour. So we'll go through Outer Limits is awesome museum. Carrie Barber's got an amazing collection there. One, I think it is actually the oldest shop in the States. And then afterwards, we'll be doing a traditional art jam with a couple of their artists. And then lastly, tonight, 9 to 10 is the usual Tattoo Weekly with Jake Meeks, Florian Gregory, and me, or I. And we're beaming in with an awesome artist from Australia tonight. And then, that's the rest of today's stuff. Thank you very much. And,
Perfect.
we'll catch up soon.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank
Everybody,
you,
round of
Gabe.
applause. Thank you so much. Great way to kick off the weekend or early beginning of the week. Tattoo weekend,
Awesome.
Week start.
By the way, I got all of my Inktober catch up done while here. So
All
thank you.
right. We got caught up on homework.
I didn't even get one sketch done.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Later, buddy.
Jeez. Bye,
man.
Atomic. So funny. Wonderful.
And feel free to join us virtually every Sunday at 1:00 from wherever you are in the world if you have
Yep.
internet.